What's up, my guys? What's up, my girls? It's your boy Jules Rules, aka the HNIC, here in Las Vegas. I hope everybody had a good 4th of July. I did, had some fun. Saw Mexico lose. I was rooting for Mexico, but it was a good time. All the casinos, Circa was good. Omni was cool. All the places that showed the big game. I don't know who you're going for. I'm going for France and Mbappe. See what happens. Anyway, let's jump into it. I told you the show would be more than just Vegas stories. We go off topic a lot, at least I do. So we're going to discuss issues of the day real quick. Stock market, I told you. You got to learn something new every day. We're going to continue to just purchase rare earth minerals, MP and USA Rare. We'll go with gold and silver, and we're going to stay away from stocks. We'll take a bet, a long position, expiration January, second week of January. We'll go with oil, strike price 100. Check it out. If you got a Robinhood account, it's not investment advice. It's check it out. All right. So let's dive into it. We're going to go with the story, like I was saying a couple weeks ago about the WYNN. I had a friend, he was a big high roller, and he gambled at the WYNN, and he had everything at his disposal at the WYNN. Whatever he wanted, he was a high roller. Again, the gentleman stole over $200 million from Medicaid. He was a friend of mine for at least 15 years. I had no idea. He's just a wild dude, and I was enjoying the ride. We had a great time. I considered him my friend. We do all kinds of wild shit, as you could imagine. One example, after that movie, The Hangover, he got the room, the hangover room. And me and him partied, and we had our own hangover. It was really good. But the majority of the time, he stayed at the WYNN. And another episode, we'll go into all the rooms I stayed in with him. Mansion suite, penthouse suite at the Cosmo, Fairway Villas at the WYNN. What else do we have? What are they called? Sky Lofts at MGM. Let's keep going. I'll think of it. But there was a lot. Anyway, so we're going to stick with the WYNN right now. A lot of people don't know. Steve Wynn doesn't even own anything of the WYNN anymore. They kicked him out to that Me Too movement. They forced him and his wife to sell the stock because he was apparently he paid 7 women $7 million in I don't know what you call that, restitution or compensation. Swept it under the rug, so he doesn't even own his own casino. Meanwhile, he's a big icon out here. He built Treasure Island, Mirage, Bellagio, Mandalay Bay, Desert Inn, and blew up Desert Inn and built the WYNN, and he owned everything. But I'm sure he's all right. Don't worry about him. Okay, so we'll go back to the WYNN. My buddy liked to stay at the WYNN, and this story is pretty wild. First, we'll stay on the Steve Wynn topic. The WYNN opens up 2004 or 5, somewhere around there. And we go to the grand opening. A girl that I knew, her name was Naya. She gave me an invite because we own a company out here. And she said, come by, check it out. It's open. It's a private party for the first 2 hours, closed to the public. And it was in this lounge. And in the lounge, they had all the chefs for the restaurants and the bakeries and every restaurant and food displaying all their stuff and sampling. So they bring out a gang of food, from his SW Steakhouse to the Asian spot to the sushi spot. Actually, great sushi in the WYNN. I forgot the name of it. It starts with an M. It's a good one. My favorite, not SW, is called Bartolotta. It was an Italian restaurant. Great food. Big gambari, shrimp. All the food was flown in from the Mediterranean every day. That's what I heard. Whether it's true or not, but it was fabulous. I had purple snapper. I had red snapper before in my life, but I never heard of purple. The fucking thing was purple. The guy brings a whole tray. They're practically still alive because that's how fresh it is. They have the lobster. Doesn't even have claws. Looks like crab, but it's the Mediterranean lobster. Good time. Good restaurants. But we go to the grand opening, all that food, and then the nightcaps are Louis the 13th, which at the time was $150 a shot. And we had sushi, this, that, the other thing. So then they open it up to the public. And obviously they invited my friend, the high roller. So he had a room there. The plan was to stay with him for a couple of days and party and do our thing. He gets this tower suites. It's called. He had tower suites and it has a connected room. So he's got his own bedroom, then the living room, and then the connected room. Sometimes I told him, don't even get the connected room. Save the points on that. He didn't give a fuck about the points, but I was trying to look out for him because tower suites, when you walk in, as soon as you walk in to the left is a massage parlor. It has the table and everything. I used to sleep in there on the massage table and get a massage, and the lady would leave. She'd massage me for 6 hours. And it wasn't an in-house masseuse. It was an outside company, we'll call it, right? And get a massage, and then sometimes she'd stay, sometimes she'd leave. Anyway, we're there, grand opening. This is pretty funny. My friend's in a chair playing blackjack, and I'm playing next to him. He's playing $700 a hand. I'm playing $50 a hand. And he leans back on the chair. When you lean back on the chair, 4 prongs, or you know what I'm talking about, four legs. He leans back on 2 legs. And he's losing, and he's frustrated, and he's pissed. But we're hanging in there, and we're turning it around a little. And all of a sudden, a guy comes over and taps my boy on the shoulder. And he says, hey, you mind not leaning on the chair like that? So my friend gets in gangster mode, and he's like, what? And he looks, and I look, and it's Steve WYNN. And he goes, I paid $800 a chair. And we were like, oh, sorry, Mr. WYNN. Sorry, Mr. WYNN. Enjoy yourselves, gentlemen. And he leaves. So that's my first encounter with Steve WYNN, which is, there's many encounters, believe it or not. I'll tell you another one before I end this one. But we're there, and it's the high roller, his boys, all his boys. So we're bouncing around. So sometimes my boy gets on a losing streak, and I just walk away, So I don't want to be like the jinx, the black cat. But he's not superstitious. He's like, I don't care. He goes, the cards are the cards. But I know a lot of gamblers, so fuck it. Stay away, leave him alone. So I leave him alone. I hang out with his other friend. He's like, oh, shakes my hand. Nice to meet you. Oh, he told me a lot about you. Oh, you should come see us in Houston. Yo, we go on vacation all the time. Come with us. So they grow a liking to me. And one of the guys even says, he goes, yo, how come he's not on our team in Houston? So I said, maybe I'll move to Houston, But they liked me. I liked them too. They're real genuine, real hospitable. Meanwhile, I'm the guy that's supposed to be hospitable. They're like more hospitable than myself. So I sit down at a slot machine with this guy, and he says, you want to gamble? I said, yeah, I'll gamble a little. I said, listen, when you live out here, an old man told me you got to play poker. I got no shot playing the tables, playing the slots, doing this, doing that. Poker. You're playing the player. You're not playing against the house. So I learned a lesson. It took me about 1.5 years to figure out you can't win. Had a couple little winning runs and stuff, but at the end, it's going to get you. So don't believe it. Understand that it's for entertainment only. If you get lucky, you get lucky. Don't go in the casino thinking you're going to flip your 5,000 into 50. You can, but most of the times you get flipped. They flip that fucking chair. Boom. Send you home. Boom. Anyway, so this guy, he's gambling slots. Crazy slots. $100 a spin. So he goes, you're just going to sit there and not gamble? I'm like, dude, I can't gamble like that. You know, I live here. You don't live here. You come here whenever, and you have your fun. So I gamble with him, throw a couple dollars in, and he's like, fuck it, here. He gives me $1,000, and he puts the first 100 in, and puts the other 900 on top, and he's like, play with me. And I was like, all right. So he starts hitting, and when you bet $100 a hand, you hit fucking jackpots, 5,000, 10,000, 12,000. And he's banging them 1250, 2,500. And this is in a course of an hour and a half, I want to say. We're waiting for everybody else. But he's so excited. He was like, come on, let's go downstairs. So I went with him. And we would meet up with the guys later. We'll go to the nightclub XS. They have a table there, right on the dance floor. It's another story. But we're staying here on topic. Sometimes I go off topic, but it's interesting. Staying on the topic, he gives me that $900 and I'm playing and it triggers a jackpot. And I'm going $10 a spin, 25. Sometimes I get risky, go 50, bring it back down to 5, 10. Anyway, he's getting bombed. The waitress is giving us drinks. I happen to know her, so she's being real nice and generous. And instead of their bullshit drink, the big drink. If you're gonna gamble, as soon as it's first round of drinks, boom, give her a 20, bro. Okay? Know how to fucking play Vegas. Otherwise, Vegas gonna play you. So have fun. If you do it right, you'll have much more fun, much more success. She comes, boom, give her a 20. And she's real nice because she want change. Gonna be the big shot. Nah, keep it, lady. Thank you. Bring me another drink, 10 minutes. Okay, no problem. We're having fun. And now I lose the 1,000. He just goes into his little bag. That's what's funny about Vegas. People have the little bag, and they got anywhere from 5,000 to 150. Motherfuckers, they got cash all over the place. In fact, today, Venetian just got fined $7.5 million by the Gaming Commission. They're laundering money for a bookmaker. But they're not the only ones. MGM pled guilty. Resorts, Cosmo, MGM, Caesars, they all do it. They were money laundering. It's called AML, anti-money laundering. And then they get mad at the WYNN and all the casinos. It's called KYC, know your customer. A lot of money laundering goes on. Not no more. I mean, it probably still does, but they crack down on it. Okay, again, I'm still here at the WYNN. And we're gambling, and he just keeps giving me money. And I start winning again. And then I win a little more and more. And then I win, and I go to give him his $2,000 back because he did put up $2,000. And I was going to split the profits with him. But he's like, nah, keep it. At this time now, he's like 6, 7 drinks in. And he starts telling me the deal. And we're walking. And he's like, yeah, you see that money I gave you? I said, yeah, I appreciate it. He said, those are counterfeit. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, I'm getting in trouble. You can't get away. First of all, how the fuck is it going in? The money was called, you could Google it. It was a big scandal. It's called Supernotes. They were $100 bills. They were the old hundreds, the little number. If you know anything about the $100 bill, they used to be for decades, the little 100 up in the corner. And of course, Ben Franklin. Then they made what they call the big Ben Franklin head. They were big in the center. And the 100 was big with some lines in it. If you put it up to the light, you see the lines. They had to make that. And then they counterfeited those. And they got to the ones that now that they call them blue face. They look like Euro dollars, you know, the blue $100 bill. But before they had to make those two to combat the Iraqi leader, what's his name? Saddam Hussein. When they invaded Iraq, the weapon of mass destruction that they found was a printing machine, not one printing machine, but the whole factory filled to the ceiling with billions of dollars of fake $100 bills. That's an art of war. Destroy your enemy's economy. So that would destroy the U.S. economy. They found billions, and that billions found its way to the North Koreans. The plate was so good, it was actually from the Federal Reserve. I don't know how these guys are Middle Eastern, so that's how they got to know, or they got a hold of those supernotes. They're called supernotes from North Korea. And they flooded Iraq, or Iraq did it, and somehow they were in cahoots. Anyway, the $100 bill was so good. Google it. Go down that rabbit hole about the supernote. Very interesting. So that's why they changed the $100 bill twice, to the big face and now the blue face. Anyway, so here I am, like, I'm going to get arrested and this. But this went on for years. The supernote was never busted till, I don't know. You're going to have to go down that rabbit hole. Supernote, $100 bills. So we're gambling, and he's giving me the counterfeit money, and I'm turning it into good money. There I go, like I was saying, the money laundering. Not that I was money laundering, but now I got a ticket, and now I'm getting real $100 bills, so I don't have to worry about that. But I was always worried. I was like, they're going to be like, you're under arrest. But I didn't know. But then I did know, I had no idea. I wish he didn't tell me, because I would have kept going. I would have said, give me money. And these guys had suitcases of these supernotes. So they used to pass, you could put them in the ATM, the change machine, and it would give you money. You could go to the casino cage. It passed all tests. No wonder why it's called a supernote. But anyway, we're having fun. Little by little, those guys are going home, and I'm staying with the main dude. And he wins about $800,000, and they upgrade him from Tower Suites to Fairway Villas, all the way down the hall. Through these doors, you got to make a left by the country club, I think it's called, the golf course. So our room's facing the golf course. And we'll combine two stories. So the people next to us was the Gotti crew. They had a show, Growing Up Gotti, and they were guests of Pure nightclub. Pure used to bring in famous people to be the guest of honor or the host, whatever you want to call it. And they put them on stage next to the DJ. So they were there that night. We happened to have the table right next to them. So when we go to the WYNN, they see me. For some reason, they thought like I was being a groupie, like trying to go to their Fairway Villa. So we're at Fairway Villa 2. They're in Fairway Villa 3. So they don't know, the Gotti crew, that I have 7 girls with me. But I'm leading the pack. I'm going ahead, and they're far behind me. So they don't hold the door for me. They're like, fuck that guy. He's not with us. And they don't hold the door, but I got a key. So I go through the main door to the elevator, up one floor, boom, Fairway Villa. The other ones below us have their own pools with access to the golf course. So now we go on the balcony, and it's me, high rollers handling business, and there's 7 girls with me. And now we're all on the balcony. And now the Gotti crew wants to be my friend. I went from fuck that dude to, hey, what's going on? Why don't we combine parties? So I just act like I didn't hear him, and I just walked back, because I was like, you treated me like that, we could have had a good time. But I get it. I know how those guys are. But they were with one guy who was really nice, and we got to talking. There's a little glass thing, and he's talking, and I invite him over, just him. I was like, just you? Come on over. They kind of got mad and hated that the old man came and hung out with me. And we started talking. And we had a good time. And I let them join our party. And then we went to XS, and they were at XS at the table next to us. So they were at the table next to us at Pure. Then they were at the table next to us at XS. They're at the villa next to us. So that's a little, the grown-up Gotti boys when they were real young. They were next to us. That morning, we high roller goes to sleep. I go to sleep. We hear brrr, brrr, wakes me up. Construction, and he comes flying out in his bathroom. What the fuck? What's all that noise? And he calls and he says, "What the fuck's all this noise?" And then he comes out, and all the noises at Fairway Villa 1. We're in Fairway Villa 2. All the noise is going nuts. And he's got a thumping headache. He was up all night. I'm just dealing with it. And he goes and he bangs on the door. Boom, 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 boom. And when we come out, the rug is all fucking plastic on the walls. Huh? So I make a joke. I said, "Oh, the Gotti crew's coming to rub someone out because they got the plastic, wrap the body up." But it was the whole fucking hallway. And he bangs on the door, boom, 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 and then the door opens up. And I'm right behind him. He's like, "Come with me." I'm like, "What the fuck is this guy doing in the room?" Boom, 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 boom. Guy opens the door. It's fucking Steve WYNN. He goes, "Hey, I'm sorry, the construction gets you up. Sorry, they're doing some construction to my villa. I live here, Fairway Villa 1. So he was like, "I swear I'm going to strangle this guy." Then you see it's Steve WYNN, and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry, you're in Fairway Villa 2?" So he rolls out the red carpet. He gives us dinner at SW, which stands for Steve WYNN Steakhouse. Dinner at SW. He gave us a round of golf. 4 guys. At the time, it was $500 a person, and it was 18 holes. I think it's what is it? I think it's 9 now. I think they cut it to half. I'm not sure, but the golfers go crazy because he was going to get rid of it and put 2 more towers back there, but the golfers somehow, some way, convinced him not to. But now that he's not there, I wouldn't be surprised the next economic boom that they put 2 more towers, because everyone put additions on their thing. Caesars put addition, Palms put on addition, Mandalay Bay put on an addition. Who else? Venetian put the Palazzo, WYNN put the Encore. So that was the thing to do in the early 2000s. So Steve WYNN apologizes to us, and then all's forgiven. But I thought it was funny running into Steve WYNN right when the casino opened with the chair. "Would you mind not leaning on the chair? I paid $700-800 each chair," he says. We were like, "Sure." And then he's the guy making all the noise. But that's the WYNN story, and I'll get back to you with some more stories. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share it, send me some money if you can. Talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.